Okay, so to get the r alone there, I need to subtract 7. However, how many regions are there here? There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3 regions. Do you see this? Right? There are 3 regions. So when I do minus 7, I have to do it in all 3 regions. Okay? So here I get negative 1, less than or equal to r, less than or equal to, or less than 3. Okay? Okay? So now, how do we graph this? Now, this is an and. If it's an and, we need the overlap. So here, okay, this is going to be r is less than 3 and r is greater than or equal to negative 1. So r is less than 3 and r is greater than or equal to negative 1 here. And then the overlapping region is this middle region. Okay? So when you have an and, the solutions are only the values that are in the overlapping region. So here, can we list all of the integers, all of the whole numbers that are in this region? What's the first one that's in this region? The overlap region. Negative 1, what else? 0. What else? 2, 3, and 1, right? Okay. Okay, good. So now, what if you have an or? In the case of an or, okay, it's true if one or more of the inequalities are true. So basically, it doesn't have to be overlap. It's just anything shaded. Okay? Anything that is shaded with a color is included. So there can be several situations where this happens. So first of all, take a look at this one. There, it has an or. So first I'm going to do minus 1, minus 1. A is less than 3. Plus 1, plus 1. A is greater than or equal to 4. And then I have to put the or inside. So let's graph this. The first one, A is less than 3. Okay. And then the second one, A is greater than or equal to 4. Okay. And now, what are some values that work for this? Well, it's anything that has a color, anything that is shaded. So for example, does 0 work? Does 10 work? Does 4.5 or 3.5 work? No. Okay, 3.5 doesn't work, right? Because it's in between. All right? Okay. Now, let's take a look at the next one. So this one, x is less than or equal to 9. Done. Here, what am I going to do to solve this one? It's 2 plus 4x less than 10. What would you do? Minus 2. So what do I get? Let's see. 4x less than 8. And then divide by 4. So I get x is less than 2. And then I have an or. X is less than or equal to 9. Okay, this is a different situation. So let's graph the first one. Less than or equal to 9. Okay? Let's graph the second one. Yes? Now, tell me, is negative 5 part of the solution? So, okay. What did we write here? Anything that's shaded is part of the solution. So does negative 5 work? How about 0? How about 5? Yes. How about 10? No. Okay. So now look at this one though. Do you see how in this case both are going in the same direction? In that case, we take the longer one. So I say x is less than or equal to 9 is my answer. So let's write that. So if they are going in the same direction, let's write that down. If they overlap in the same direction, take the longer one. Okay. This is like level up from before. Okay. All right, let's do this. So -1, I'm going to get 3z less than 12. Divide by 3. Z less than 4. Yeah? Okay, here. Oh, this one is already solved. So, or z greater than or less than or equal to 1. So now, the first one, less than 4. The second one, less than or equal to 1. Okay. Do they overlap in the same direction? Yeah. Yes. So which one do I take? The longer one, which is what in this case? The red one, which was which one? 4. Yep. So I say z is less than 4. That's the final solution. Okay, good. Okay, now we're going to go backwards. Now we have these and we have to write the inequality. So first of all, we have A, B, and C. We're going to go down and we're going to say which one is an and, which one is an or. The first one, is it an and or an or? Raise your hand if you think and. Raise your hand if you think or. It's or. Why? Why? How do we know? They're going in separate directions. Second one. Well, let's do the third one. And or. Who says and? Who says or? Okay, why would it be and?
Because they connect.
Because they're going towards each other and they connect. Okay? So this is an and. Right? Look, because they're going towards each other and they connect. This one, do they go towards each other and connect? No, so it's an or. So here, let's first write these numbers. So this one is -2 and 2. Right? So how do I write this one? This is x is less than -2. Or x is greater than 2. Okay? This one, okay, so like this one here, the left one, I'm sorry, the right one is easier. This is x is greater than or equal to 4, correct? Okay, this one, this is at -6. Now, is that going anywhere or is it just a point? It's just a point, so I say x equals -6. Okay? So this one, this is an and. So we have, okay, so what numbers are these? -1 and what? 3? So I say, look, -1, 3, less than, and I put the x in between. Okay? Okay. All right. So, what day is it today? Oh, it's Wednesday. Because I was going to say, if it was Thursday, I was going to say these are some throwback Thursday problems, but it's not Thursday. It's what? What's W? Huh?
That's what we see every day.
Isn't that so much fun though? Come on. That's so much fun. We have math every day this week. Well, no, there was a day that we don't. Monday we didn't have. That was
We never have them.
such a dark day on Monday when we don't have math. Yeah.
Sorry, just one question for Steve.
Yeah.
Could we have just done x is greater than -1 and x is less than -1?
Yes, you could also have done x is greater than -1 and yeah. Okay. Here. So this is like, okay, so is there a W version for Throwback Thursday? Is there a Wednesday version? Way back Wednesday? Yeah? That's whatever. Okay. So there are 1,230 apartments in Algebraville this year, which is approximately a 3.1% increase from last year. Look at that. Percent increase back again. How many apartments were there last year? So lots of things here. We have the new and the original, correct? So what's the new here? Correct. So this is the new. My pen doesn't work, but that's the new. And then what's the original? Do we know? No. So this is what we need to find. Why isn't it writing? So this is the new. My pen doesn't work. And then X is the original. And then the percent increase is the 3.1, right? So how are we going to write this?
3.1 over 100.
Right, which is 0.031, right? So what we had before was the rate times the original plus the original. And this equals to the new, right? That's what we had before. So that's what we're going to have today. So the rate is 0.031. And what do I put in for the original? X plus what? Plus the original X is equal to the new. Now, you have to be able to solve this using algebra equations like this. Okay? So Jacob, you're writing this down? Like this? All this. Okay, so now, what's the coefficient of the second X here? What's the coefficient of this X? So this first one is 0.031X. And how much is this? How many X is the second one? 1X. So together, how much would that be? How many X's? Yes. Now what do we do? What do we do now?
You divide 1.031
Right.
by 1230.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and plug that in. And let's determine what the answer will be. But do not call out your answer. Go ahead and use that. Okay, you can plug it into your calculators.
Are we going to be allowed to calculate on this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, are we going to have calculators in that funnel?
I'm debating it. Yeah. Okay. Where are your calculators, guys? So what is this? Jacob, did you do it?
Yeah.
What did you get?
I got the answer.
Mm-hmm.
1,192.
Yeah, or 93, right? Yeah, so it's this one. Okay? Yeah.
I got 93.02, so I'm just rounding.
Yeah, because it's how many apartments, and we're not gonna, right? So we're just gonna round. Yeah. Okay. Okay. A marketing company surveyed 50 randomly selected residents of a town in order to estimate the age distribution of residents in the town. The table below shows the results of the survey. What percent of the residents were age 50 or younger? Right? So first of all, these are all the people that were surveyed. Let's figure out the total. How many is the total? Can somebody figure that out for me? Or is it said somewhere in the problem? 50, right? Look, here it says 50, right? So the total is 50. Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks here. Let's decide which one of these blocks is going to be included in our calculation. So we want the people who are 58 years old or younger. So is 1 going to be included?
Yeah.
How about 2?
Yes.
3?
Yes.
4?
Yes.
5?
No.
No. So these are the ones that are going to be included. Right? How many is that? 44. So it's going to be 44 out of the total 50. Now we're not going to reach for our calculators for this because, so 44 over 50, is that more or less than a half?
Where did you get the 44 from?
Well, because there are 50 people total and then we counted everything except for the 6. Or you could just add them.
Why did you count the 6?
Well, because we want them to be age 50 or younger. So more or less than a half? More. So which one of these choices can we eliminate then? We can, Okay, I know, but hang on. We can eliminate this one. We can eliminate this one. We can eliminate this one. So do you see that? You don't even need to calculate it. Okay? So it's B. Okay? So now 44 over 50 might be like easier for some people to do. But let's say it was like, I don't know, 44 over like 61. Now that's harder to do mentally, right? But then again, you're like, wait, is that more than a half or less than a half? And you can at least get rid of some of the choices and like eliminate and make a like an educated guess. Okay? All right.
I still don't understand. I get that you divided it to get 88%, but